So, trying to rebuild a server. It's giving me a key error, and because I'm using threading, it's this error message is not tracing back to a line number properly. So I don't know what's going on. But actually, I do know what's going on because as soon as it creates, then it quits. So it's got to be right here. If type equals rebuild schedule. If type equals rebuild schedule, then if it equals random, do this. Else. No, I mean not rebuild schedule. It's rebuild now. So if type equals rebuild now, location name equals self dot location rebuild now location. Location equals DCID dict rebuild now location. Key error. That doesn't make sense. DCID dictionary to self rebuild now location. Alright, maybe if I print this. Self to rebuild now location. Such a pain. Alright, so delete this sucker. Tell it to rebuild again. Rebuild now. Rebuilds, what is it called? Something like request something. Where is it? Oh, status. Set that to 1. As soon as I do that and then I run it, it should try to rebuild it. Do you see it? Oh god, a typo. DCI right there. Dang it. Okay, put that back over there. Start everything over again. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, okay, I think I gotta start everything over again. Alright. That's running. Set rebuild now status to 1. Save. And then should rebuild now. Seattle. Was it like white space? Like, why is it not converting it? Key area Seattle. What does that mean? Key area Seattle. Gosh. Super stuck. Key is not in the dictionary. what that means. It's driving me nuts. Key area Seattle, but it's not a key area though. It works just fine. Let's see what's the next step. What's the next step here? So create VPS, rebuild now. Oh, actually, it does get to this part. Print creating VPS. And it blows up after that. So is it this? Maybe it's this. That should have been self. No. Location names defined up here. Current location equals location name. Maybe this is where it blew up. Alright, I gotta start over with the testing again though. 2 servers. 2, they're both in Seattle. Shit, I don't know which one's which now. What are you stuck on? Did you do pip? Have you used pip before? And also, which version of Python are you using? 2 or 3? You can do Python -- version to figure out which version you're on. Oh, did you get it working? You can install it through the Python shell. Oh yeah, so that's kind of weird. Install, just create a virtual environment. Yeah, it sounds like you got it working. So now you do from beautiful soup import BS4, and then you can start working with it. Alright, I think I just fixed the bug that I was working on, so I'm gonna test that. I think it's working. Hey, no worries, man. Hey, what's up, Cameron? Hey, Cameron. So, you can migrate your server now. So you go to your dashboard. There's still a lot of bugs, as you probably expect, but server migration works. So you select which server. All right, don't select random. That won't work. But select Chicago because I know you want to migrate there, and then hit submit, and you'll get like a stupid white page that says submit, or it says what you submitted, and it doesn't look like anything happened. But if you go back to your dashboard and refresh, you'll see this as rebuilding. And then right now you're watching me rebuild this. Your tunnel through Ghost Fi, nice. So right now I have submitted through the user dashboard that I want to change server locations, and we are watching it rebuild the server right now. It's installing it. And then we can see that that's happening here. We should have 2 servers up right now. Shit, we have 3 servers, but yeah. 2 are the 2. One of these is the old server, one's the new server, and then one's like a dead one that I forgot to delete. Which reminds me, I need to go here and like later I need to write some checks to say if it's already rebuilding, don't start rebuilding again or something like that. I guess it doesn't really matter. It will just... No, it does kind of matter. If it's already rebuilding, it needs to not start rebuilding again. Oh, it crashed. Fucking wonderful. It crashed right at the very end. Oh, okay, so it crashed on updating bandwidth this month, and it did not like the sub ID of the previous server, which actually kind of makes sense because I'm probably screwing with it too much. Like, I probably deleted the server that it was trying to get bandwidth numbers out of. But other than that, it looks like it worked. So let me go check over here, and I should have a server that's in Seattle. I don't even know. I don't even know which server is mine at this point. I'm going to have to delete them all. Well, I can see, I guess, which one's mine based on the IP address. 157 is mine. Great, 157 doesn't even freaking exist, so... I'm just gonna delete all these and start over. Start with a nice fresh setup here. Delete this database row. Alright, so I'm starting over with a fresh server. This is really, really exciting though, because I was able to submit data from the user dashboard and get it saved into the database. So there's really no more technical challenges at this point. Like like going into this project, I knew my biggest challenges were going to be, this was actually going to be one of my biggest challenges, was like figuring out how to submit data from the user back to the database, because I'd never done that before. So like on my previous thing that I created, Hostify, they had only ever like retrieved stuff from the database. I had never like taken input from the user and stored it back into the database. So to do that, I had to learn how to create custom WordPress pages, which is the user/API and the user/download. Also, yeah, that download, I got the file download script working last night, which was like another big milestone, because I had no idea how I was going to be able to do that. But now when you click this, it goes to the download.php page really quickly, and then it downloads the file from the server, and it does it securely, so only the person who owns the server can download it based on their session. So yeah, those were actually the hardest parts. So now that I know how to do each of these parts, it's really just kind of grunt work to finish the rest of the features that I want to make. I didn't know that either, FC Node. You had to pip install requests? I thought that was a built-in one too. Maybe it's the URL lib that's the built-in one. But I would use requests because it's, I mean, I don't know. I've used both, but it seems like requests is easier to work with, just like syntax-wise. Go see if my server finished getting built yet. Okay, VPN server's ready. Looks like it didn't hit any errors. No errors, okay. Double check the exists here. Okay, cool, it's in New Jersey. Oh, I got a bunch of stupid shit going on with my DNS records. So .157 is what I want to keep. I'll delete this other one. Okay, cool. All right, so my server's created. Now what do I want to do? All right, so now I want to test the migration thing again. So Cameron, if you're watching, this is what I was telling you. So I'm going to migrate it to Paris. And so I select that, select my provider as Vulture, and then rebuild now, submit. And then like I was saying, like I haven't made this nice at all yet. But it just shows you what you submitted. It doesn't even tell you that it worked or anything. So, but if you go back, hit the back arrow, and then hit refresh, you'll see the status change to rebuilding. Not right away though, because I have to run the script. Now it's rebuilding it, so now you'll see status changing to rebuilding. Which, if I hadn't have done that, then it would have triggered a rebuild within a minute, because of the cron job, the Python running on the cron job. But that reminds me, when I'm accepting it, I want to set the status to rebuilding right away so that they're not confused. So I think I'm going to add that here. To set rebuild now status equals rebuilding. All right, so it is, it's already created the VPS. Now it's installing OpenVPN, so we can watch over here. It's in, so here's the Paris server starting up. Paris server's running, so now it's probably installing OpenVPN. Yep. It's still installing, so I'll clean up some stuff while I'm waiting. Finish rebuilding, email sent. Now it should be updating the bandwidth from the previous server, which is where it failed last time. I don't know why it's taking so long. Come on. Cool, it worked. It updated the bandwidth from the previous server, which should have been 0 anyways, and then destroyed the old VPS. No errors. And then if I refresh, it should just be pairs. Cool. And then if I refresh the user dashboard, it looks good. Status running. That's what's supposed to do, is set the status back to running. I'm gonna run through this again because I just updated this to change the rebuild status to rebuilding, or I changed it to rebuilding right away. But yeah, anyways, yeah, you can go ahead and rebuild your server now, Cameron, if you want. You can choose a location, just don't choose random. I haven't programmed that yet, but you can move it to Chicago. It should work. Actually, let me know when you do that, because I'll manually trigger it and then we can watch it build. No, the bandwidth counter is not working. Like freaking, like nothing's working. Like barely anything works right now, but it's getting there. Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, I'll do mine too. Actually, I'll just do yours first so it doesn't get confusing. All right, cool. So this one's you creating the VPS. Now I can go watch Vulture. See it get set up. So Geo5 has a new instance in Chicago being built. Some errors. Look like it jumped the gun on trying to SSH in, but usually this is an error that comes up only occasionally, but it usually sorts itself out just because of some stupid logic that I made to, if it can't log into SSH, I made it so that it continuously tries for like a minute, and so it's supposed to check the Vulture status, and if that's okay, then it continues, but whatever. We'll see. This might fail. I don't know. So you made a request. So did you save it back to a variable or something, and then you need to parse over that? Cameron, it looks like it did work out. So like I said, it was on a loop trying to connect to the server on SSH. It finally was able to connect. So now it's installing OpenVPN. Okay, cool. So you save the request, blah, 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 to the page. So now what you do is you use Beautiful Soup to parse the result that's in page. So you have to put page into Beautiful Soup, and then you can pull stuff out. Oh, I can't whisper you back right now. Oh, with the tutorial, okay. I don't even know how to do whispers, honestly. Yeah, can you put the tutorial in this main chat, but with like separate it out so that you don't get banned, like put a space between .com or something. All right, there you go, Cameron. So no error messages other than that. It was kind of weird that it had an issue with SSH, but all right, now if we refresh, it should have deleted your New Jersey server, and now you just have a Chicago server. And then let me know how it goes, Cameron, because so with my experience, like I've had to manually reconnect all my clients. Like I hoped when I was creating the solution that they would reconnect automatically, but I haven't had luck with it. However, if I disconnect and reconnect, it works every time. So, but yeah, let me know if you auto reconnect or if you have to force reconnect. Okay, cool. You're able to send me that that link without getting banned. That's good. They imported requests and then you have no clue what they did after that. Let me take a look. I'll probably be able to figure it out. Sweet. So now if I refresh this, your new server is created. Oh, cool. It actually is counting your bandwidth in the database. Sort of. Like, all right, so I know what it's doing. And I don't think that's gigs. I think that's megabytes. I'm going to have to look into that. It's just not counting your bandwidth, like, continuously. It's just counting it. So when it destroys your server, then it updates your bandwidth. But it doesn't update your bandwidth continuously, which is what I haven't written yet. Oh, Cameron, you're back now? Yeah, you probably didn't hear what I was saying because I was saying you probably will have to force reconnect because for me it didn't auto reconnect when I was testing it, which is unfortunate, but yeah, you probably didn't hear that because you were disconnected. And now I can't load the chat stream. Sorry, FC Node, I can't get to the chat to be able to get to your tutorial that you sent. Oh, you did hear it? Okay, so the IP updated though. So you had to force reconnect, but other than that, it's working good now? Question mark. Yeah, I don't think it would work if you gave it a few more minutes because I've already tested it and it never worked for me. Like maybe if you wait like an hour it'll work, but I mean I really wanted to make it work instantaneously and that was my goal. So I'll spend more time looking into that later. It's something that I need to figure out. Damn, I can't get the freaking chat to click on this stupid link. I got my bot working, Cameron. Now it's spamming the channel with links to my Twitter accounts. At least it's doing that, but it's still trying to ban my friends who post links, so I have to get it under control next time. Cool. So your server is in Chicago, my server's in Paris. Very exciting. What was I gonna do now? Let's see. Sure, Joe, go ahead and drop the code FC Node. I'll try to help you with it. Oh, your iPhone connected on its own? That's really good because I didn't think that would work. That kicked you from your Mac where you force reconnected. So you had to force reconnect your Mac, but your iPhone worked after a few minutes? After a minute or so? Sorry, FC Node. My bot gets a little mean sometimes. I'll have to change it so it doesn't do that. Oh yeah, Cameron, you're right. The new VPS doesn't have the duplicate CN flag because I haven't added that to the code base yet. So shoot, yeah, that's a good point. I was just gonna do like a simple like echo duplicate CN into the server config file as part of the building script. So I'm just gonna do that right now actually. So when it goes to create VPS, or no, when it goes to install OpenVPN, I'll just add a command right here and it should work. Shit, well I should test this first. So I think I can just echo something right into the config file. So when the iPhone reconnected, it knocked the Mac off. Okay, that makes sense. So, okay, so auto reconnect is working though. That's the key thing that's important. That's really good because in my testing, I never got that to work. Sorry, FC Node. That sucks. I'll look at that code real quick though. Let's see. So you did page equals request.get, blah, blah, blah. Oh, but then it cut off after that. Shit. Oh, page in response 200. So response 200 is what page is. So you want to do get and then dot read is what you're missing. Do get and then dot text. Yeah, it's returning the HTTP like response, but you want to do like you want to make it like read it. I forgot what it's called. Oh, dot text. I think. What's it called? Try doing r.text. Or, yeah, whatever, page.text. Cool, but what is your... Is that good, though, Cameron, based on your internet speed without the VPN? Oh, your Mac's not on VPN. So the Mac is getting 2 megabits per second faster, maybe? In a slightly better ping. Cool. So basically what you're saying is the VPN's super fast. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of loss for like probably like packet encoding or something. But not very much loss. Like, I mean, I'd expect to see like a tiny loss for like encoding it into VPN format. Sweet. Very minimal difference from using the VPN on the VPS versus just using a normal. Been testing all day at work. Cool. Sweet, man. All right, so I'm gonna add. So I want to echo it into that config file. Let's see, how do you echo into... Sweet, took care of that. What's up, Frisky Dingus and Awful? Dude, we're just we're making shit happen over here. And helping noobs. Hey Cameron, so you're gonna have to. This kind of sucks, but you're gonna have to Well, fuck, I don't want you to have to pay money again. Basically, what I was going to say is you have to delete your server and sign up again because in order to get that duplicate CN thing in there. Ah, fuck it, I'll just do it manually. Because the thing is, it only... So the problem is it only gets in there once. So like it only installs OpenVPN once. And so your configuration that's missing duplicate CN, it's in DigitalOcean Spaces, it's missing it, and then every time you rebuild, it copies the original setup back into your server, which is kind of a problem long term now that I think about it, because anytime I want to update people's servers or their server configuration, I don't have a way to do that really, unless I crack open all their tar files and retar them and upload them. I guess that's one way. I don't think there's any way around it though. Like that's just I guess the way around it would be to only copy their certs and not their server file. I don't know if you're following my train of thought. I mumble a lot, so, and say incoherent things. Oh yeah, you said you hear what I'm saying. Awful. I hope you're kidding. Do I need to own a server or something? It's hilarious. Yeah, an implode feature. Like I was thinking like one way to solve it so that I can like update people's server conf files without having to like have them kill their account just so I can make some server side changes is like one way I could do it is like stop copying the entire directory and only copy like their certs, which is the smart thing to do. But another way I could do it is like I could like write a script that goes into DigitalOcean and then downloads everyone's tars, makes changes, uploads everyone's tars back. How any of what would work? The VPN thing, I could explain it real quick. Have you actually read the website to read about how it would work, or like what kind of questions do you have? Yeah, that'd be a bitch to like write some script that downloads everyone's tars and like, yeah. All right, so fuck. I'm gonna make that a note. I'm gonna make a note on how to do that. Or I'm just gonna make a note of like I need to fix that. Okay, I'll put it in the bugs. I'll put it in the bugs note. All right, new bug. Unable to edit OpenVPN server configurations without rebuilding server. Without nuking, without like completely nuking the server. Solution would be like I think I'm gonna make the solution to change the code to only copy the certs and not the, well, no, that doesn't work either. All right, I think the solution is write a quick, no, I can't have SSH access to people's stuff. I was going to say write an SSH, like a quick script where it logs into every server and updates it. Okay, so here's the solution. make a separate server.conf file in do spaces, which gets copied and overwrites everyone's server.conf on each rebuild. That way I can control that one file, and that could even be on GitHub. It doesn't really matter to me, but somewhere where each time the server gets rebuilt, it downloads that configuration so that I can maintain control over the server settings without having SSH access to anyone's shit or yeah, all the other problems. I need a Git issue tracker instead of notes. No kidding. Thanks, Frisky Dingus. If you do have questions, let me know though. I'll explain. Like, so I mean, it's pretty straightforward though. It's just you know, traditionally you get a VPN service, and it's shitty, it's slow, it's sharing IP addresses with a bunch of hackers and spammers and fucktards that get you banned from websites. So you have this VPN service, you're paying for it, you can't actually get to certain websites because your IP is blocked for being a known spammer or a bot or whatever. And so my solution is, well, VPSs are getting so cheap these days, why don't we have VPS and as our VPN, and then anytime you want to rebuild, you hit the rebuild now button, it gets you a new IP address and a new location or whatever, and meanwhile you have a clean IP address that's not banned from websites because it's a VPS, not a VPN, and then you also have extremely fast speeds because they're made for servers, so you have like 1 gig or 2 gig per second speeds, whereas otherwise you're sharing, you know, with these shitty VPNs that give you like a couple megabytes per second or whatever. So FC Node, are you printing? If it's running and not returning anything, maybe you're not printing anything, so it's completing its job and then it's not returning any information. Thanks, Cameron. Man, this is like hurting my brain, dude. All right, that's good though. That's good feedback that we just realized that I can't control. All right, so for your specific instance though, I'm gonna log in and actually edit your tar just to get this fixed for you without having to delete your account, because if you delete your account, you sign up again, you have to pay another $9, so it's like that's stupid. But that was good to find that issue. iPhone reconnected, no issue. Cool. So it reconnected on its own. Did you have any downtime, Cameron? Like, was it like the internet stopped working for a couple minutes and then it reconnected, or did it just like work? FC, no, that's okay. Like everyone does it. All right, so Geo5, that's you, bro. I'm gonna I don't know if you can even download it. I guess I can download from here, but I don't know if I can re-upload it. Oh yeah, I can upload it right there. Okay, so whatever. I'll just crack this open, fix it, and then this will actually just take 2 seconds. Oh yeah, this is really easy. Maybe that's one option. That's not too hard. I like that other option though that I came up with. That'll work better. Alright, so I need to actually extract all this shit. Where I'll just drop it on my desktop. Yeah, it'll be a bitch when I have 200 customers. That's a good point. Like, I didn't mean manually. I meant like I'll log in and like I'll write a script that'll crack all these open for me. But yeah, it's still kind of a bitch. I think I'll go with that idea that I had where I'll just separate like the server file and then have everyone pull that. But yeah, it's something I do need to get fixed in case I'm sure there'll be more things I want to change on the server configuration in the future. Fucking extract, what? Here we go. We're almost done. Get this thing loaded in there. Alright, so I updated this. Now I'm going to tar this back together. And I'll name it geo5.tar or geo5.2. Whoops, fucking renamed it zip. Alright, I got to tar it. There it is. Etsy.tar, perfect. Now delete this shit. Delete this shit. Continue. I don't have permission. Great. Oh my gosh, what is this bullshit? Geo5.tar. No. Oh shit, did I make it public? Let's see. No, it's private. Okay. Ah, .gunzip. Fuck. Never mind. Delete that. Delete this. I don't even know if I can do gunzip on this. Where is this? Oh, what is this shit, man? Ah, Sigwin. Good old Sigwin. All right, so great. Now I gotta figure out how to tar stuff again. Tar.gz. Tarring. Okay, tar cvzf. That's what I want to do. On Windows. G05.tar.gz, and I want to use the directory Etsy. Yay! G05tar.gz should exist now. Okay, cool. Now if I put this back on DigitalOcean Spaces, all right, Cameron, I don't know if you're still listening, but how do I forget how to tar? I don't know how to do anything. All right, yeah, so I uploaded, so I cracked open your tar, edited your server.com file to add the duplicate CN. So now if you rebuild again, it should work with multiple devices. Okay, yeah, you already know. You already know what to do. Sweet. I think we've had enough fun rebuilding for one night. Now, what should I work on next? I'm still so stoked that when I click this, that it actually downloads the file. Like, I think that's my favorite thing that I learned how to do. All right, so at this point, it looks like a bunch of people just joined us, so I guess I'll just give you guys a little overview before I get back to solo code mode. But as you probably know, I'm making a VPS VPN service. This is the dashboard. I've already created like 1,000 lines of Python or something in the background. It's on the back end. They run on cron jobs, and so whenever like certain database things are flipped, like whenever you click rebuild now, it'll flip a thing in the database that says that a server is ready to be rebuilt. Python will run in the background on a cron. It'll see that a server needs to be rebuilt, and then it will migrate it to whatever location that you selected here. In the future, I want to add additional providers. So in addition to Vultr, you could select like AWS or DigitalOcean, and then you'll have a whole bunch of other locations. Like particularly like if I add AWS Lightsail, that'll be pretty sweet because they have a shit ton of locations. But the whole concept is that if you use VPS as your VPN server, you get some benefits like way faster speeds and stuff. So it's like way faster. You have better IP addresses. One thing that's cool is I wrote in our feature set that we have the only VPN that proves that we're not logging, because I haven't finished it yet, but I'm working on SSH authentication, where you can get a root password or SSH key. You can put in your SSH key, and you'll be able to log in and like verify that there's no logging going on or anything you don't know about, and we're not like selling your traffic to advertisers or some shit. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on the front end. Like I said, I already finished the back end pretty much. Like I still need to add additional providers, but for Vultr, it's all pretty much built in the back end, what I want to do. So, yep, there's a lot of features in the front end that I still need to build. So each day I'm just working on those. Cameron is our first customer, so he's been troubleshooting. Thanks, ODXS. Cameron's our first customer. He's a good friend of mine, so he purchased the $9 plan, and it is working. So I mean, if you want to be a super beta tester and have a pretty shitty experience with a ton of bugs, feel free. I appreciate the feedback. But anyways, he's testing it, and it does work right now. If you purchase the $9 plan, you will be able to see something like this, and if you click this button, you will be able to download your the server will get installed for you, and then you'll have this OVPN file which you can add to your devices, so your Windows computer or your iPhone or whatever, and you will be able to get connected to the location of your choice. So you can choose a location here and hit submit to rebuild now, and it will actually move your server to that location. Sweet, Cameron. So for everyone watching, what we are just testing right now is We ran into a bug that Cameron discovered, where if you connect two devices to the server, one of them will get kicked off. And so Cameron actually found the solution also, as well as the bug. And the solution was we had to make a server configuration change on the OpenVPN server to allow multiple clients to connect. Sweet. Cool, looks like it's working good now. Sweet. So one thing that I just changed is on the API, I wanted to immediately set the rebuild now status to 1 whenever you tell it that you want to start rebuilding. That way it doesn't wait a full minute for the Python script to change the rebuild now status to 1, which that changes the status to rebuilding. So I wanted that to be quicker. So now I'm trying to remember which directory the API file is in. Sorry, it's some text messages. So content themes, startuply. No, startuply child, that's what it was. API, drop that over here. Wait for this to finish rebuilding. Okay, it's rebuilt, so I'm gonna change to Amsterdam. Submit. And now it should immediately change to rebuilding. Damn it. Didn't work. Oh, I know what it is. Running. Okay, I need to change status to running is what I meant to change. Oh, yeah, I did that wrong. So status is what I want to change to rebuilding. You may have messed up and not picked Chicago. New York for server. Oh no, you're fine, Cameron. So another bug is the location will show you whichever location you last clicked off on. So if I select London right now and I hit refresh, it will say London still, even though my location is actually Amsterdam. Or no, my current, what is it? Where's my current location? Anyways, my current location is Dallas, but my user dashboard is saying London because it's like a JavaScript thing that I haven't fixed where I need to have it reset. You're actually in Chicago, Cameron. I can see you in the back end here. Not sure if you're listening, though. Let me know in the chat window if you're still listening. Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get some dinner. I'll probably be back on later, but it's been a productive and fun stream. It's cool getting to meet you guys. FC Node, hit me up if you need more help with web scraping, and I'll probably be on later tonight. Follow my channel so you'll get updates when I go live or whatever. If you wanna watch again some other time, and if you have any feedback on Ghostify, check out ghostify.net. If you have any feedback on the idea or like how I could improve it, or if you like it, you think it's dumb, let me know. Looking for feedback. That's kind of the point of like why I'm live streaming, is like to get people's feedback on my idea and stuff. And yeah, so I'm gonna go eat some food. Thanks, Cameron. Thanks for being my favorite and my only customer. And yeah, thanks for solving my bugs for me too. All right, guys, catch you later.